7 Days to Die is a wonderful zombie survival game that is only getting better year after year, much like Family Guy. As if. It's a lot of fun to play, but it's even more fun to stream, and I'll tell you why. On the surface, it's an open-world game with lots of exploring, crafting, and fighting, but beneath the surface, there's lots of dirt, and there's tons of depth. Every building you see can be entered without a warrant, and many locations will have hidden rooms or suspicious tunnels leading to new discoveries. There's endless chains of perks and skills where you gain tangible upgrades like carrying more items, increasing stats, and being able to jump higher than a tree frog. This is just a video of a frog on a tree, but trust me, they can jump really high. But what really keeps you on your toes is the impending danger always lurking around the corner. Yep, that's a bare bet. Every night the zombies go from leisurely stroll to pre-COVID Black Friday. Wow, there's a lot going on here. And every 7 days, you guessed it, you get to be not alive. The moon turns red and every zombie in existence is mass emailed your home address where you hopefully have set out enough refreshments. This long night is intense enough on its own, but is made even better with viewer inputs on Twitch. Oh! 7 Days to Die's native Twitch integration is one of the best uses of viewer controls I've seen in any game. Oh! Simply log in under the Twitch settings and let the viewers do the rest. Anyone in the stream gathers points in the background as they watch, which they can use to affect your game in a good way. Look at you go! Or in an entertaining way. Why? But why? I think the bigger question is why. Penelope, stand by. Nothing's happening. These points are permanently tied to their Twitch account so they can keep earning on later streams. No bits are required and the choices for rewards are vast, to say the least. Some effects are just fun distractions. Who left the microwave open? What? Oh, this is new. Some are genuinely helpful. Ammo. And others make you question what kind of company you keep. Oh, goodness. Oh, nope. Oh, up. It's so easy to explain since all of the commands are displayed right on the screen, which your followers can type into the chat to activate. And if you want to see how many points you currently have, it's just like channel points where it just accumulates as you watch. It's hashtag CP or pound CP, depending on what era you grew up in. Some of my favorites are supply explosives, because things that go boom are good for the environment. Oh, that's gonna make my life harder. Silly, which reverts the sound effects to human interpretations. Oh, no, let me up. And Celebrate, which turns the death animation into what it should have always been. They burst into confetti. Tin sharks, they burst into confetti. I only have 13 seconds. They burst into confetti. Look at, they burst into confetti. The zombies burst into confetti. The tin sharks, did you see that the zombies burst into confetti with a day? They burst into confetti. Okay, well, it's over. I don't know if anyone noticed, but they bursted into confetti. Some effects my viewers seem to enjoy for unknown reasons are Spawn Vulture, since there aren't enough in the game to begin with apparently. Slow, I assume because I go too quick on a regular basis and they just want to be able to comprehend the rapid movements and ungodly reaction time. And also Confuse, which switches all of your controls and has made me fall from very high elevations on more than one occasion. No! Ah! If you want to see any examples of these live, you're on your own. The best part is no other plugins, extensions, scripts, or anything is needed. Just the game and a Twitch account. Anytime you want to change the Twitch integration settings, you can do so in real time. This could be the progression of available commands, the rate of viewer point accumulation, or turning off certain effects altogether. These also get into the weeds of what is allowed during the Horde Night, what kind of community votes can happen, which keeps things fresh, and what kind of cooldown will be provided. Okay, there we go. Now everything is up for grabs. At first, all of these settings can look intimidating, but after a while, they're still intimidating. You can even play with friends if you're lucky enough to have some, and there's no need to rent a server if you're fine with having them join your world whenever you're online. One thing to remember is the more players you have, the more zombies will spawn to compensate. The mayhem only gains momentum as you progress in the game. On night 7, the horde isn't too bad and you can easily survive, especially if you have friends to share the memories with. But on night, say, 154, Army of the Dead becomes a fairy tale. That's where your imagination comes in handy. For those unfamiliar, an imagination is something you have until you're forced to fill out a W-9. With all of the crafting capabilities at your fingertips, you can build any type of horde base you can imagine. You can repurpose an existing structure, make a simplistic maze to slow down the swarm, or trick them entirely by making a decoy ice cream shop. Why, yes, we do sell Death by Chocolate. There are so many options, but you may be thinking, I don't want to wait an entire 7 in-game days in order to bestow my meticulously crafted feat of engineering upon the worldwide internet-consuming community lest they grow weary of the tiresome task of bottling up their enthusiasm until it has deteriorated into unrecognizable spikes of incredulous irritation and fits of outrage and abandonment? To which I would say, what? Luckily, you have an assortment of settings that let you pick up the pace and fine-tune the difficulty. You can make the Horde Night occur more frequently, make it more random as to when it will occur, make the zombies run all the time, tweak the damage settings. There's so much room for customization. There's also an array of mods, but you'll find more than enough to work with in the base game. Lawnmower! Whether it's a last-minute fetch quest at the beginning of a Horde Night,
I cannot be without my corn.
or a middle-of-the-week stroll through the city, there's always something to do and some fun to be had by bringing your Twitch viewers along for the ride. This is worth the headache. So if you like constantly being on edge and giving your viewers the opportunity to make your life miserable, you have got to try 7 Days to Die. Ooh, yes. I mean, come on. Right on. Tear it up. I just love this game. I just love it.